Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every man's life when he stands at a crossroads, a moment when the weight of complacency becomes unbearable and the call to something greater echoes within. That voice, though often faint, whispers a powerful truth. You were made for more. You were not meant to drift through life, shackled by self-doubt and hesitation. You were meant to stand tall, to build, to lead, and to thrive. But recognizing this call is only the beginning. Too many men silence it. They numb it with distractions, fearing the discomfort of growth. Yet growth is not a burden. It is a privilege. It is the forging fire that transforms iron into steel. Every challenge, every setback, and every ounce of pain is your opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The question is not whether you hear the call. The question is, will you answer it? Understand this. The path to becoming the man you were meant to be will not be easy. You will encounter resistance, not only from the world, but from within yourself. And often, the greatest battle you will ever fight will not be against others, but against your own mind. Your fears will whisper lies, telling you that you are not enough. They will magnify your flaws, reminding you of every mistake you've ever made. Your failures will cling to you like chains, tightening their grip, convincing you that trying again is pointless. Every voice of doubt will rise, shouting that you should quit before you even begin. But hear me clearly. Your past does not define your future. Every scar is a testament to your survival. Every failure is a lesson etched into your soul, and within you exists a reservoir of untapped strength. Strength that can only be discovered when you step into the fire and refuse to back down. Resistance often disguises itself as comfort. It will tempt you to stay in bed a little longer, to procrastinate on your goals, to settle for the path of least resistance. It will lull you into believing that good enough is acceptable, that mediocrity is the safest choice. But deep down, you know the truth. Comfort is a prison, and every day you choose comfort over challenge, that prison grows smaller, trapping you within its walls. You must learn to recognize these moments. Every time you hesitate, every time fear creeps in, you are at a crossroads. One path leads to growth, the other to regret. The choice will not be easy. The voice that says, "I'll start tomorrow," will grow louder. But tomorrow is not promised. The only time you own is now. And the only way to silence that voice is through action. Action is the antidote to fear. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you take it. Each step forward, no matter how uncertain, weakens the grip of fear. Each time you stand up to your doubts, you reclaim your power. And as you persist, something incredible happens. The resistance that once seemed immovable begins to crack. The fear that once paralyzed you loses its hold. You begin to realize that the monster you were running from was never as powerful as you believed. But understand this, resistance will not disappear. It will follow you at every stage of your journey. The stronger you become, the more cunning it grows. It will attack your confidence, your discipline, your resolve. When you achieve your first victory, it will tell you that you've done enough. When you stumble, it will scream that you are not worthy. And that is why resilience matters. The man you were meant to be is not the one who never falls. He is the one who rises every single time. Every failure is not a confirmation of your weakness, but an opportunity to fortify your strength. The pain you endure is not a punishment. It is a teacher. Lean into it. Learn from it. Allow it to sharpen you. You are far stronger than your doubts. The resistance within you is not a sign that you are unworthy. It is a sign that you are on the right path. No man becomes great without confronting the voice that says, "You can't." And no man rises without proving that voice wrong. So when resistance comes, and it will, stand your ground. Face it. Let it come and let it see the man you are becoming. Because the man who chooses courage over comfort The man who fights through his fear is the man who will one day look in the mirror and know, without a shadow of a doubt, that he became everything he was meant to be. Discipline will be your greatest ally. Without it, your ambition is merely a fleeting wish. With it, you become unstoppable. Discipline is what gets you out of bed before the sun rises. It's what drives you to the gym when no one is watching. It's what compels you to push beyond your comfort zone, day after day. But discipline without purpose is empty. What are you fighting for? What legacy will you leave behind? Becoming the man you were meant to be is not just about personal success. It's about becoming a source of strength and guidance for others. Your family, your friends, your community, they need the best version of you. They need your courage, your wisdom, and your unwavering resolve. Define your purpose. Set your standards high, and when the world tempts you to compromise, stand firm. Because a man who knows his purpose cannot be swayed. Becoming the man you are meant to be begins with one undeniable truth. You must take responsibility for your life. Every choice, every action, every result. Responsibility is not a burden, it is a privilege. It is the power to shape your own future. Too often men are taught to shift blame. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, or the people around them. They blame the economy, their boss, or even bad luck. But hear this, the man who blames cannot grow. When you refuse responsibility, you surrender control. You hand over your power to something outside of yourself, believing that your fate is no longer yours to decide. But it is. Responsibility means recognizing that your choices create your reality. It is accepting that while you may not control every event that happens to you, you always control how you respond. And it is in your response that your strength is revealed. Will you rise, or will you retreat? Will you face the challenge, or will you shrink from it? A responsible man does not wait for someone else to solve his problems. He does not make excuses. He acknowledges his mistakes, not with shame, but with resolve. Every misstep is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. Responsibility demands that you stand tall, even when the weight feels unbearable, because you understand that no one else is coming to save you. But responsibility is not only about overcoming hardship. It's about ownership. Owning your goals, owning your ambitions, owning your commitments. When you say you will do something, you follow through. Your word becomes your bond, and through that integrity, you build self-respect. Others may doubt you, but when you trust yourself, when you become a man of action, you become unstoppable. And this responsibility extends beyond yourself. The man you are becoming is not only responsible for his own growth, but for the impact he leaves on others. The people in your life, your family, your friends, your community, they are watching. They are influenced by your choices, whether you realize it or not. A responsible man leads by example. He shows strength not through dominance, but through discipline. He offers guidance not through judgment, but through wisdom. True responsibility means understanding the weight of your influence. It means protecting those who cannot protect themselves. It means standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult. And it means acknowledging that your actions ripple outward, shaping the world around you. But taking responsibility also means embracing sacrifice. There will be moments when the easier path calls to you, when selfish desires or fleeting comfort tempt you to stray from your values. In those moments, responsibility demands that you choose what is right over what is easy. The man who lives without responsibility may enjoy temporary pleasure, but he will know no lasting fulfillment. Only the man who accepts the cost of responsibility, who embraces the sacrifices required to become his best self, will experience the true satisfaction of a life well lived. Understand this. When you refuse to take responsibility, you live at the mercy of the world. But when you embrace it, you claim your power. You become the author of your own story. no longer a victim of circumstance, but a man who shapes his destiny. Every decision you make from this moment forward is a declaration of who you are and who you will become. So ask yourself, will you rise to meet the challenge? Will you step forward and own your life? Because the man who accepts responsibility is the man who commands his future. And one day, when you look back, you will see not a life of regret, but a legacy of strength, courage, and unwavering resolve. That is the mark of a man who has truly become all he was meant to be. Finally, understand that the pursuit of your highest self is not a destination. It is a lifelong journey. There will never be a moment when you can say, "I have arrived." Growth is continuous. The man you are today should tremble before the man you will become a year from now. So rise, chase the challenge, lean into discomfort, fail, learn, and rise again. And when doubt creeps in, remember this: you were not born to be average. You were born to be exceptional. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is watching. Your family is watching. Most importantly, the man staring back at you in the mirror is watching. Show him what you are capable of.